So today is day 8.
8.
So we've completed a week, and more importantly, we've
100 miles.
went 100 miles. So we actually hit 100 miles just in the time last night of us trying to find our room. We had a little issue with we went to the wrong place and couldn't get in because it's the wrong facility. But anyway, it was the nicest place we've stayed. It just randomly had 3 bedrooms and we were the only people in it. But there were a few drawbacks. So it was not, wasn't it the first Airbnb or something?
In the first apartment that we stayed in.
So we're leaving Logrono. Oh, that's cool. That's their thing. Hold on. So the cross, that's like their sign symbol or whatever, their town. But I guess the only drawback is I feel like when you're on so far the Camino, that parts that we've been on and staying in the places we've been staying, it seems like they're very conscious of the bed you're in. Don't you think? Like the beds have been really comfortable.
Yeah.
The beds have been really comfortable. This bed was terrible last night. The nicest place, an amazing place, but the bed was
your bed wasn't too bad.
horrible.
You got up and moved.
So I got up and moved in the middle of the night to another bedroom, and it was 10 times better, but it was facing the party side of the street. So they had some sort of festival last night. Oh, look at that squirrel. Hold on. That was a weird squirrel. It's so cute. He's still running off, like very weird. Looks like a rabbit. Anyway, sorry. Buen Camino. Oh, hey, Buen Camino. That dog just treated that squirrel. Okay, hold on. Anyway, so long story short, the bed wasn't comfortable. I moved to another bed that was comfortable, but it was on the side of the street that was party central. So it was hot in there. I had to have the window open. It was crazy loud on the street. We've been a lot of different places abroad, and everywhere is noisy. Like I remember we were in an apartment in Paris, and it was kind of noisy, but nothing compares to Spaniard noisy. And but then I turned on the light in the middle of the night to look for a fan and found a fan, put it on anyway, so that completely, then I was able to shut the window, turn the fan on. That helped tremendously, and I got a great night's sleep. So from that point on, but it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. So we got a late start because we both didn't sleep great. And we've got the extra crazy long day today. The sun is out full blast. There's not a cloud in the sky. So today's going to be a challenge. But like we said, we made it 100 miles so far. So that's pretty great. What are they?
Cars. Buen camino.
Buen camino. So we just stopped and had lunch, which I'm gonna say was about 7 miles in, maybe 8 miles in, probably 8 miles in. So it was a long stretch until you could kind of come to a place that had food, but it was actually really good. And we've got roughly, we're close to halfway for the day. Not quite. The big portion of the day, not the big portion, but the big portion of the leaving Logrono, you're in a really cool park area and it's very shaded. We're out now pretty much away from anywhere really. We're almost at 9 miles and I think we're going to be in kind of an exposed section. And today is a really long day, or is a really long day, 20 or 21 miles. So, but they're saying tomorrow's going to be hotter. So I'm for busting out a long day today versus extending a little tomorrow. So anyway, so far I think it's been kind of an easier day. I think we got the climb finished early. So yeah, just taking it easy, not being in a big rush. We get there when we get there tonight. I think we'll probably stop one more place and have dinner before the town we're going to. If they have food, just to make sure we get something, because the town we're going to tonight. Do you know the town?
Azofra.
Okay, Azofra is really, really small, so we want to make sure we get dinner before we get there, since we're going to be rolling in a little bit later than normal. So this section that we're on right now is just brutal. I'm at, because of the heat, we had a big climb, 13.93, so almost 14 miles is what I have. Brian, my watch is never the same, so I really don't know. But this is another little oasis. We had a little stop earlier, so I don't think we're gonna stop here, but thought I would video just so you know that sometimes that's not be an option. Hola! So, do you have any advice for YouTube regarding this?
Well,
Kind of got ourselves in a sticky situation, and yes, I'm burnt.
go to if I'd say I would go with the suggestion that you book through Pamplona, okay? But after Pamplona, don't book.
But I don't know, because it gets so much more crowded. Everybody says that's when you should book. So I don't know.
It says it usually spreads out after Pamplona.
I thought they said after Saria, or everybody starts getting crowded once the 100 mile.
And yeah, sorry, that's a different question. You can figure out when you're gonna get to Zario. But these towns right through here, sorry, but don't schedule yourself for 20.
Well, we did it because we're on a time crunch. We definitely misjudged the amount of no trees, like open, like in my mind,
Sahara Desert. That's
we've
where
been in
we're
the
at.
Sahara Desert.
That ain't joking. I've seen mirages.
Desert with grape vines. We found, this is like the first place we found. We're only like, when you leave, where's that place we just left? Navarro? Going to Azofra. It's only like 3.5 miles or something, 4 miles. But we had no clue that it would be so exposed. I mean, look at his suntan. I mean, we're burnt. And we don't burn. I've had sunscreen on my face.
It's better than mashed potatoes.
Yep. If you know, you know. Mashed potatoes. Can I have like one drink of that? Just because it's got the stuff in it.
You're gonna be mad.
Oh. Why does it taste like that?
It's freaking awesome.
I don't think that tastes awesome. Oh.
Well, you're not dehydrated yet.
If there's ever been a time in my life that I've been dehydrated, it's right now. That's for sure. It's bad. But what do we do now? We got to keep going. But I'm just going to sit here and cool off, try to like internally like cool my body down. It's just, there's no shade. I'm going to flip it around.
Some places where we ate. And I'm at 20, almost 22 miles.
I'm at 21, yeah, I'm almost at 22. So, we don't have much further. There will be a cold shower in my future. And try to drink some water and hydrate tonight. Good. Like drink crazy amount of water. Tend to whatever I've got going on with this rash. Probably heat rash. I don't know. I'm not really prone to rashes, but I've got a rash. Alright. That it? Yep. We're out.
Peace.
You want to give a peace sign? Peace for the nation.
You know.
Peace for the nation. Finally made it into Azofra. With the exception of that bush that we were behind, and then that first white building down there, I got on the other side of it. Other than that, that's all the shade we got, but we're here. I could not be more happy. My watch is at 23.15. We're absolutely killed. I'm gonna drink some electrolytes and take a cold shower, or a cool shower. And since we ate before we got into town, hold on, my neck is itching. We won't have to do that. So, anyway, we are finally here. Just so you don't think we're too bougie from the last place we stayed. Never fear. Non-bougie is here. We're at, there's not many places to stay here. We're at the Albergue Municipal. I think we might have a room though that's sort of private, maybe. It's gonna be really bare bones, the municipal. That's about all there is, but several people that we have known have, oh my gosh, I'm freaking in that pool. I'm jumping in, holy cow. Oh wow, this actually looks heavenly. All right, I gotta get in the shade. Yay. Yep, I'm getting in. Very pleased with our accommodations. The beds are a wreck because we always check our beds before we like put our stuff down or get in them, so that's why they look all crazy. Brian picked them up and we looked over them really good. So anyway, I am super happy. I guess that's just, yeah, just to let air in. We've got the lights. This is where we can put our stuff. So it's just me and Brian in here, obviously, which is nice. He went to go take a shower. And so, like, for example, when you open the door, it kind of keeps your stuff covered. So you can do like that. And then close them back up. It may be a good idea to keep them somewhat open to let some of the air go through. I don't know if we should do something here, maybe. I have a tendency to break windows sometimes, so I'm glad I didn't break that one. Anyway, so I am thinking that he just went and put all these locks on. That means nobody is upstairs up here, which is going to be nice. It should be really good and quiet. That would be my guess anyway, or maybe one person's coming in there. I don't know. But like I said, it doesn't matter because we are way down the other end, so it should be quiet. The bathroom facilities, of course, they put us on the opposite end. I don't really know. Okay, I don't know. Brian said that's there at the end. I don't know if he's in there or not. I'm not really for sure. But anyway, so happy to be here, and it's been a long one. Gonna have to kind of look at our stats for tomorrow and figure out exactly how many miles. Honestly, what I would love to do is take a shower, go to bed now, and then that way we can maybe get up early in the morning and hit the trail early. That way we can maybe beat some of the heat. I think tomorrow is maybe like a 17-mile day. So today was today was longer, like by 3 or 4 miles. So anyway, we might do like an update right before we go to bed. But just wanted to show you a cute little room for the night.